Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly astrology and pick a card reading. This is for May 31st through to the 6th of June 2021. So welcome back as usual. I'm going to talk about the astrology to start with, then I'm going to get into the pick a card section. And for this week, last week I did pick a crystal. This week I'm going back to pick based on your astrological sun signs element. So you know, if you're a Taurus, you'd pick Earth. If you're a water sign, you know, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, you'd pick water and go like that. So I'm actually going to pick the cards live on the video this week. And I'm going to do water signs first, earth signs, fire signs, and air signs last. Okay, so before I get to that, let's talk about the astrology. So this week we have quite a few different things going on. Obviously, if you follow the astrology, you know that Mercury is still retrograde. I mentioned all about it last week. So this week, though, the retrograde Mercury does make a square aspect with Neptune. Now, what does this mean? This means that there's going to be a little bit more confusion between the 3rd and the 6th of June when that aspect is exact. Okay, so the 3rd to the 6th of June, really pay attention to your belongings, to, you know, if you're traveling somewhere new, make sure you're planning things out. Be prepared for, you know, sometimes change of plans with Mercury retrograde a little bit. So say, you know, you've got a meeting booked, you know, sometimes there'll be rearranging of schedules, things like that. That kind of energy going on with having to pay extra attention to details, double checking information. That's going to be really, really important between the 3rd and the 6th of June when Mercury retrograde squares Neptune. Neptune creates confusion and can make things even more sort of haphazard or confusing within the Mercury retrograde itself. So definitely that is a day to pay extra special attention to what you're doing, where it's important. And Mercury issues are related to communication, short distance travel, the written word, the spoken word, text, emails, documents, information in general. Okay, so that's a very strong energy that will be felt, especially for those people that have strong Gemini or Pisces in particular. Even Virgos and Sagittarians will feel that. Could be a bit of confusion on those few days. All right, the other stuff this week, which is really nice, is from June 6th, Venus changes signs. So Venus comes out of Gemini and goes into Cancer. So Venus is very homely and comfortable in the sign of Cancer. So it brings our awareness to the need for comfort, the need to connect with family members, to enjoy the comforts of home and you know, cooking homemade foods or traditional meals or connecting with family more. So the Venus in Cancer period lasts from this week, from the 6th of June through to the 27th of June. So it's a few weeks there. And this can make us feel, you know, if we're really busy, we just want to kind of get home and be comfortable at home and be in a comfort zone and be in a peaceful zone. And just those things, as I said, that bring a sense of comfort will be really highlighted. And familiarity as well. So you may feel like with Venus in Cancer can bring about more of a feeling of missing people from the past. So if there's people that you're not connecting with at the moment that are from your past, you can miss them more when Venus is in Cancer, because Venus in Cancer is a very nostalgic energy. And it's a very strong energy of, you know, memories of the past, thinking of female family members even. So you may miss loved ones that are female that, you know, have even passed from this world, or who are just not in your life anymore, or relationships where you felt very close to somebody. That can be a strong energy. Now, the Venus in Cancer is going to be very nice energy for Cancerian people. So if you've got Cancer Sun, rising or moon in particular, or if you have Venus in Cancer, this time period till the 27th of June is going to be very nice for you in general. You're going to feel more connection with family, home, and enjoying those aspects that I mentioned. It is also very nice for the other water signs, so Pisces and Scorpio. This can bring about a softer energy, feeling more in touch with your feelings and your intuition. Venus in Cancer can make us feel, as I said, a bit more nostalgic, a bit more caught up in the past, and also a little bit more emotional. If you're already a Cancer sun sign, you know, or moon sign, you already know what that's about. But I think, you know, in general, Venus in Cancer is a really lovely energy. It's very homely, it's very warm, it feels very protective and closer with those people that you care about. The other thing is on Friday then, the 4th, we have the Sun in Gemini trining with Saturn in Aquarius. So what does this mean? This means that the energy is very good for focusing on bringing your ideas into reality. So making important contacts, and it's particularly strong really just on that one day on the Friday. So this coming Friday would be a very good day to make follow-up phone calls to important business or work-related matters, schedule things in, write in a journal, write down important to-do lists, get organized with things that you need to work on, especially because Saturn is retrograde, so we tend to be looking more over things that we need to redo and fix, things that we may have left. It's a good time on Friday to do paperwork that we haven't got to for whatever reason, stuff like that, where there's information that needs to be organized or planned out, or we may be wanting to plan something for the future and thinking about that and writing down some some goals or some lists as well. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week, we have a very strong aspect with Mars in Cancer opposite Pluto in Capricorn. So collectively, this is a bit of an intense energy. In the world, there could be a lot of tension in the world. So we may see, I personally don't watch the news. I don't have a TV, but sometimes I do see news articles online. Yeah, so like, on YouTube and whatnot. But this energy may see certain things happening that you see reported on the news that are like chaotic events in the world where there are power struggles or protests or, this kind of energy. With Mars in Cancer, it's also to do with people's feeling of sovereignty over their own connection to their country. It can be issues like sovereignty. That's what Cancerian energy relates to. But Mars is in falling Cancer, so this energy is a little bit difficult to deal with. And from this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we may feel this tension in the air. If you're a sensitive person, if you have anything around later degrees of, say, around 24 to 26 degrees of Cancer, Capricorn in particular, or Aries or Libra, you may be feeling this tension quite strongly in your life. So you may feel it in another way personally to you, and it can be a bit of a power struggle energy. So that's something to watch out for if you're one of those signs that I mentioned that has those later degrees, if you know your chart. Now, that's pretty much the main stuff for this week. As I said, the main thing that really stands out is Venus going into Cancer, which is lovely for the water signs. So yeah, that should be nice for all the water signs. And if you're born earlier in water, so at the very beginning of Cancer, you're going to feel that nice energy this week. If you're born later on in like the later degrees or towards the end of Cancer, you're going to feel it more towards around leading up to the 27th of June, kind of the week before that. Okay. And next week, there is actually a solar eclipse coming up next week in Gemini, so interesting energy for the Geminis, and that will be on June 10th. I'll talk about it next week. And also next week, Mars enters Leo, which is yay for the air, not for the air signs. Well, it's not bad for the air signs, but it's actually very good for the fire signs. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So I'll talk about all that next week. All right, guys, so let's get to the next part of the reading. If you would like to book a reading, go to the link below. Please be aware the turnaround time for online orders is minimum 8 to 15 business days, because I'm extremely booked up at the moment. I've taken off the urgent readings because I just don't have time for the fast turnaround readings at the moment. I've taken a few down just because I'm really busy with in-person and online. I'm just trying to keep up with everything. If you'd like to purchase a gemstone bracelet like the ones I'm wearing here, made from real gemstones, go to my other online shop, which is an Etsy shop. You'll see the link below. If you want to check out my art, that's also linked below. All right, let's get into it. So first sign I'm dealing with today is the water signs. So Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Let's see what you guys have this week. I'm gonna get a card from this week. I'm using these two decks actually. The this one is the Black Moon Astrology cards, and this one here is the Eternal Crystal Oracle. Both beautiful decks that I love working with. All right, and I'm also gonna use the Astro dice this week, which I didn't use them last week. So let's get into it. Just move the camera a little bit there. Okay, water signs. What's coming up for the water signs this week? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Sun or rising sign. This one's jumping out. Jupiter, abundance. Wow, that's really nice. So it looks like Venus could be bringing some extra abundance your way, being that Venus in Cancer would make a trine aspect to Pisces and a trine aspect to Scorpio, and yeah, good energy for all the water signs. All right. Oh, wow. New opportunities. Look at that. Just when it talks about abundance, you also have new opportunities. So heart chakra comes up. So really important for the water signs to listen to your heart this week, because your intuition is prompting you about certain things. And 7 is a very spiritual number here. So, and Jupiter, it talks about Jupiter, the planet. Jupiter is a planet of expansion, of expanding your path, of opening your mind to new possibilities. So this week, water signs, it's definitely a week to open your mind to new potential situations. Heart related, could be also relationships. We'll see what the Astro Dice has to say. But also it's definitely to do with bringing more abundance into your life. And abundance doesn't have to be strictly financial. It can also be support from others, good energy from others, connecting with like-minded souls, feeling that there's a flow of synchronicity in your life, that your guides and angels are helping you, you know, on your path. So it's also genuine energy that is supporting your path, that's coming through, that you can feel. Okay, so but there is definitely something with relationships here that comes up, and it may not be for everybody watching, but it may be for some people. There is a new opportunity in love around you, so that's interesting. Let's look at the Astro Dice. 11th house, interesting. So the 11th house, we have Aries as well, has come up here. So this is about friends, groups, and like-minded souls. And Aries is about taking action. It's a fire energy, which does correspond to Jupiter here as well. So I would say this is about taking action to connect with people. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was off camera there. Connect with people who are like-minded souls, people who can support you on your independent path, on your, you know, whatever you're pursuing in your life that you're passionate about. There may be a male person in particular connected in a group situation that is around you this week, or a male friend, or someone that comes forward to communicate with you from a group situation. Okay, let's see what the last Astro Dice says. Mercury, see, communication, yeah. And Mercury and the 11th house do go together, because the 11th house is ruled by Uranus. Uranus rules Aquarius, and Aquarius is exalted in, Mercury is exalted in Aquarius. So that's very positive energy coming through for communication for you guys this week. So water signs, very positive and helpful communication from someone who wants to help you push your life forward in a positive way. Okay, so that was the message for the water signs. Okay, so let's go to the earth signs. So this will be for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What are the energies this week? This one's coming out. Oh gosh, you guys have heart chakra as well. That just came up for the water signs. Wow. Okay, so heart energy. It does also say for you guys, release and declutter. 33, which is a master number. So there's something here about letting go of something from the past that might have been cluttering your heart energy. Yeah, see, Chiron healing. That makes total sense from what I just said. So okay, so for the earth signs, there's something of letting go of something that has been painful. It could be some programming from the past. Okay, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, there is some kind of healing and letting go of some pain from the past, some psychological, emotional pain from the past. You know, it could be trauma, it could be early childhood, or, you know, early years of your life, something that you went through that is still affecting the way you are reacting in your life now. And so there is this energy here of working on healing with Chiron. Chiron's all about the inner wound that we carry, but healing that wound. It's not just, you know, the wound festering or causing problems for our lives, but it's about transforming that. See, the 8 there is about transformation. 33 is about self-mastery, and, you know, understanding that there is something that is a bit of a burden to you, is burdening you, that you can release, you can work on healing, and you will find that when doing this, you'll actually come through this feeling clearer of mind and heart, and it will help you to sort of step forward in your life with a bit more clarity. All right, so let's look at the Astro Dice for the earth signs. 3rd house, North Node, wow. And Capricorn comes up. How about that? So a special message for the Capricorns out there. The North Node is the karmic node, so it's about something happening this week that is very important to your life path, that's helping you move forward. And the 3rd house is the house of Mercury. It's the Gemini house. It's a house of communication, so there could be some important communications coming through. Capricorn is about, you know, climbing the mountain to get to the peak, you know, sort of step by step, but there is no rush to get there. It's like there is a process. So there is some process underway that's going on in your life that with Capricorn here, it's saying, you know, you need patience, but it's saying you're on path. You have the North Node come up here, you're on path, you know, you'll get there. It's just that you do need patience in this process. Now, the third house feels like it's about communications of importance, especially because we have the heart and Chiron here. So there may be something that triggers you this week in a way that seems maybe a little bit difficult at first for some people, but then it's actually a healing thing, or it gives you a realization. For other people, there is important, I'm seeing like the written word, text messages, emails, communications with people where there's, or with a person, for example, where there's something that needs to be healed in the connection with another person. Okay, so that's for the earth signs this week. All right, let's see who's next. So the fire signs. So this is going to be for Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. What have we got this week? Oh, jumping card. The moon. So Aries, Leo, Sag, energy to do with home, mother, feminine energy, female energy, family, connection with those closest to you. Jeez, that card just jumped right out. Travel. So this is the crystal called cerussite, which I've never heard of. I don't know that crystal. I'm not familiar with it. There's so many thousands of crystals out there, but this sounds like a bit more of an obscure one to me. But it's to do with the root and crown chakra, which is interesting. So the root chakra grounds you to the earth, and the crown chakra connects you to your higher self, your guides, to spirit. So to that accurate information coming from those that are, you know, in the spiritual realms, that are your guides. So it also mentions travel here. So there may be, for the fire signs, thoughts of home and family, thoughts of traveling, maybe even short distance, and may not be long distance, because I mean, travel in general is quite difficult at the moment with what's going on in the world. But I think this is more thinking of travel home, or thinking of reconnecting with people from home. So female relatives, mother, sister, you know, the mother's side of the family could be, or just family in general for some. Let's look at the astro dice. You have Aries energy. 8th house, so special message for the Aries people in this fire sign reading. Now, Aries in the 8th house is not the most, you know, easiest of energy. So there may be something that you're looking at this week that you're thinking about, which Aries rules the head, thinking about that is some very deep thoughts going on. Okay, some very deep issues coming up. Could be to do with family, but there's something that's making you feel restless as well with the travel card. And you have the South Node, which is to do with the past life issues, past life karma is coming up, whether it's just mentally for you, fire signs this week, or on a deeper level where something's coming to your attention that's from a past life that may be making you feel a certain way about things. It's just something that's coming up that may be a little bit uncomfortable. It's something that's coming from deep in the soul. You have the 8th house on the astro dice with Aries, so it might be a little bit in your face, it might be a little bit like confronting, but there's something for you to learn from it. And there's something also that is from a past life coming up this week. It could be memories from a past life with this card. It could be memories of previous lifetimes in different locations. You know, like someone may feel like they remember memories from Egypt, or, you know, somewhere completely different to where you live, you know. And so something from past life energy is coming up for the fire signs this week, and something to do with home and family, and connecting with home and family. All right, and lastly, the air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, guys, let's see what's coming up for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius this week. 12th house, escape. Interesting. Very spiritual energy, the 12th house, but it's also the house of addiction, escapism, that kind of thing. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Bloodstone, detoxifying, root, heart, and sacral chakra. Wow, powerful energies. Okay. And this one. Let's see what the astro dice have for you guys. You have Cancer. Cancer comes up for the air signs. The moon, so connecting with family, very strong. The 9th house of spirituality and the higher mind, and travel, people at a distance, people who live at a distance, reconnecting with people who live at a distance, whether it's, you know, actually seeing them in person, or spending time with them, or connecting online, communicating. So very strong with the Cancer and the moon card, moon dice, that shows a very strong energy of memories coming up for you guys, for the air signs this week. Emotion, memories, people from your past, family. That was something that also came up for the fire signs. So there may be someone that's watching that has both air and fire in their chart, and there's something about reconnecting with family that's quite strong. The 12th house is also a very spiritual house where you kind of go to rest and retreat, and the detoxify energy here could be, you know, maybe you're going through, maybe someone out there is going through a detox, a physical detox, and you're having a bit less energy and you're needing to kind of rest a little bit more because you're sort of purifying your body. What else am I getting here? You know what's interesting, guys? You had the ninth house come up here on the Astro Dice. You had the 9 here, and this adds to a 9, 3 and 6. So 9 comes up twice in the air sign reading here. So there's something here about releasing, and that could be related to this energy here about detox, releasing things that are unhealthy for you, unhealthy attachments as well. So that could be a separate message for, you know, one or two or several people out there. There's something about letting go of things that are not good for you this week, and it's coming to your attention. Okay, so that was the reading for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and speak to you next week. Bye.